What's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. I'm Gideon Butler Smith, and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday here at Bakerpedia, where we share bits and pieces of wisdom regarding the baking industry. Today, I want to jump into adding to a conversation that's related to every industry ever with this quote. In every culture, wealth is demonstrated by conspicuous consumption of the resources which are in shortest supply. I am no professional in economics, but I want to continue this conversation, as I've said, that several of us are having specifically in the baking industry. This quote reverberates in every company, organization, etc. However, the baking industry resources which are in shortest supply currently is labor. From commercial to wholesale to small retail, talented, motivated, and ethical employees are hard to find, much less retain. I want to share a personal story in regards to this principle and how I am trying to play my part in retention and increase what is in shortest supply. Part of my job is simply supervising. So one night I noticed employees visibly frustrated, and talking with them I got to the root of the issue, so it seemed. The issue stemmed from the shift team leader. So I knew that I needed to talk to the team leader to hear both sides of the story, and so after the break I talked with them for about 30 minutes, trying to hear them out and understand, which is my first key to attempting employing retention. Listening and clarifying expectations are two of the quickest ways to build trust. The issue my team lead had was that he was experiencing a lack of respect from the rest of the team, which can ultimately stem from displaced trust. Clarifying expectations can look like disclosing and revealing your expectations. My expectations for the team lead was to develop methods on how to lead in situations of disrespect, which is hard for all of us, don't get me wrong, and I committed to coach him through this process of developing those methods. We are all familiar with listening and listening first, but listening first has to be with your ears, yes, but now it has to be with your eyes and your heart. Do not presume you have the answers and posture yourself to have a understanding ear. Practicing these things, I was able to understand what was frustrating my team lead, and I thought I convinced him that I was in his corner, and together we would better the work environment. However, the reality of baking industry's shortest supply reared its head: employee retention. 10 minutes after I talked with him, he walked out, peak frustration due to the lack of respect. What happened? What did I say? How could I have acted differently? The truth is, I did everything right. Even with how vain that sounds, I know that I did everything I could in that situation. So what's the new root cause? Why is it so hard to retain employees? I do not pretend to have the ultimate solution or to sit here and point fingers at who to blame. My only goal is to spark and add onto this age-old conversation of employee retention with more practices and keys to success I like to call HR preventative maintenance. As managers, leaders, etc., we must act in such a way to prevent employee frustration, burnout, and flight. And these tips are free 99. First one is clarify your intent with sayings of my agenda is, this is what our team is about. Disagree with me on this if you do. And show respect. I appreciate you. Thank you for all you are doing. What do you think? Another one is right wrong, saying, I'm sorry, it's my fault. What could I have done differently? Another one is confront reality. Let's get real. We can handle this. I don't think we're talking about what needs to be talked about. Tell it to me straight. The last one is keep commitments. I promise to. You can count on me. Make deadlines. Is this a commitment that I really want to make? These are all keys to success and little statement pieces that you can ask yourself and that you can talk to other individuals to really create a culture that I believe will retain employees and decrease employee turnover. Even in the peak of this pandemic, I know that a culture is still something that employees are looking for and are craving. So as managers, leaders, and even if you're not in a position of leadership, taking these principles and applying them to build trust in your workplace will ultimately set you up for success, but also set the company up for success and set your family, culture, society, community, you name it. Building trust is a building block for success in however you define it. And so I hope that this Wisdom Wednesday really was able to apply to your workplace. I know that I'm trying to embrace these principles myself. I still mess up. I still fail. But whenever I do, I always have to make adjustments and realign back to the truths of how to build a healthy work culture. So thank you so much. Another thing I do want to mention is Baker Academy. It's free $99 to sign up, and you have full access to a whole new catalog of resources, including papers, research, videos, and courses that will help you better your career in the baking industry. So free $99, how can you beat it? If you have any other questions, check us out at bakerpedia.com. And if you're not connected with me, what are you doing? Gideon Butler Smith, I will see you next time.